Hi, everybody. Something that comes up almost every day is somebody saying, I don't have Cancer or Capricorn or Aries or Taurus in my chart. And I also don't really know how to find the transiting moon. So let me answer both those questions in this short video, which I hope is going to clarify many things for a lot of you. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you 3 different charts and illustrate this point for you, hopefully as clearly as possible. So we've got anonymous charts here, and let's start with this first one. So let me annotate here. Right, so this is the ascendant here in the chart. So the ascendant here is just into Virgo. And this next full moon coming up is going to be at 11 degrees of Capricorn. So if you can see, first of all, let me answer the first question when people say to me, I've not got certain signs in my chart. What I think you are meaning is that you haven't got certain planets in your chart. All right, so here's a planet. The moon is in Pisces, for example, in this chart. The sun is in Gemini in this particular chart. Okay. But if you will look around the chart, we're starting with Virgo. Here we've got Virgo, then we have Libra, and all the signs, every single person's chart has got each of the signs. Now, if you have no planets in a sign, it does not mean that it is not important. So this particular person has got Virgo, Libra, depending on where we're starting with an ascendant. But you've got, if you look around, you've got all the signs. And let's say you have nothing. This person would say, well, look, I've got nothing, let's say, in the 8th house. This is the 8th house here. I've got nothing here. So we would look here to the cusp of this 8th house. And we would see, the cusp of this 8th house is Pisces. So the rulers of this 8th house are Jupiter. So we would look to this person's Jupiter and Neptune. Look at that, Jupiter and Neptune are together. So this 8th house would be described by Jupiter and Neptune for this particular person. Some of you I can feel are already nodding off because this is a little too complex. So I'm going to keep it more simple for those of you who are not so familiar with all the intricacies of astrology. But now let's look at where is this full moon coming up. It's at 11 degrees of Capricorn. So here is Capricorn in the chart. This is what you're looking for. Now, if you want to find this next full moon, 11 degrees of Capricorn, we start here. This is 0 degrees. So this is 5 degrees. This is another 5. Each program will do it slightly different. And this is a 1. All right. So you're looking 11 degrees of Capricorn would be about here for this person. So we're looking in the 5th house. That's what you are looking for. Let me show you another example so that we can look at this. Some of you will say, oh, you know, I've got a different looking chart. Here's a different looking chart. All right. Here we go back again. We go to the ascendant. We go, all right, we've got a Gemini ascendant. And as you see, all the signs are represented on the outside wheel. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. You've got all the signs in your chart. You can't get away from it. So I want you, each time so many of you come back and they say in the comments or you email me, say, I haven't got this. And I'm going to say, yes, you do. And even if it's an empty house, and all of us have got empty houses because there are only 10 planets and there are 12 signs. So, but you can look at an empty house and you would look here, let's say somebody would say, oh, my 9th house is empty. You would look at the cusp. The cusp is Capricorn here. So you'll be looking for Saturn, for the ruler of that cusp. And Saturn is here conjunct to Pluto. So this would describe that ninth house. I won't go into more about that because it starts to get too complex for those of you who are not au fait with the deeper aspects of astrology. So now let's look for this full moon at 11 degrees of Capricorn. Here we go to Capricorn. We find Capricorn in the chart. We find Capricorn. Here's 10 degrees. Okay, we start here always at 0 degrees. We're always going the wrong way around, if you like, with the chart. And here would be 11 degrees. So you would say, 11 degrees of Capricorn is going to be in this 8th house for this chart. Okay, now let's do one more example, just in case that hasn't clicked yet. I know it took me many examples before I got it, but in my latest webinar, I used so many of your charts. It was so valuable. So here we go with another example. Okay, let's look here. And this ascendant, as you can see, is about 3 degrees of Capricorn. So this is nice and easy. You can see once again, all the signs are represented. Anybody dare tell me you haven't got all the signs in your chart, because by default, you have to have 360 degrees, 12 signs, you must. So now we're looking for 11 degrees of Capricorn. Here's 10 degrees. So it's just the next one in for this one. And this would be the full moon in the 1st house. So that is a short and sweet explanation. And I hope really clears up a lot of miscommunications, misunderstandings. So let me know. I hope I've not made it more confusing. I hope I've explained it in a way that is comprehensible and clarifies a lot of things for you and enables you in the future to be able to find easily the new moon and the full moon that I do videos for every week. And you can do that. Now, if you want a more detailed explanation, you really want to go more deeply into this, I just wanted to give you the simple, easy get-in point. But wonderful Pam Gregory has done a whole tutorial about this, and you can get that from her website. If you just enter Google and look at Pam Gregory, I know many of you follow her, but she's done if you want that kind of detail, then I suggest you go to her website and get that. Okay, looking forward to your comments and your feedback. Much love. Bye for now.